Works and Infrastructure Committee meeting. If I can have a roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Present.
Alderman Seeger. Alderman Bolton. Alderman Kirkwood. Alderman Newsom.
All right, thank you very much. Item B, approval of minutes. I'd like a motion to approve the, motion to approve the Public Works and Infrastructure Committee meeting minutes of March 20th, 2023 as presented. Is there a motion? May I have a motion, please?
I motion.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved, thank you. Audience time, is there any member of the audience who would like to address this committee relates regarding any item on this committee's agenda for this evening? Audience time. Thank you. Moving on, item D. There's no old business, moving into new business. Excuse me. Item A. I'm requesting a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for spending authority in excess of $25,000 per section 2-458 subsection I subsection 7 and a good faith waiver with Roger J. Schwab Plumbing for a not to exceed amount of $7,980. Motion by Alderman Kirkwood. Can you speak up, please? Right, is your microphone on?
I'll second.
Thank you, sir. Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Seeger. The staff does recommend that the members of the Public Works and Infrastructure Committee authorize the mayor to approve a resolution approving the spending authority in excess of $25,000. Again, per section 2-458 subsection I subsection 7, good faith waiver with Roger J. Schwab for a not to exceed amount of $7,980. Funding is from, line item 555-913-024438. And the city has received a quote for the installation of a gas line from the meter to the backup generator once North Shore Gas installs the meter. The current year-to-date spent with Roger J. Schwab is $19,678.75, and the amount of the quote for the installation of the gas line is for $7,980, bringing the total for the vendor in excess of $25,000. Thus, we need a motion and approval. Are there any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seeger.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Thank you. Motion passes. Item B, I'd like a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for a contract with Superior Paving per section 2-458 subsection I subsection 7. Good faith waiver for an amount not to exceed $89,900. Yes, sir. Well, can I have a motion first? Motion by Alderman Kirkwood. Second by Alderman Seeger. Your motion, sir? Or your question? So this one is, okay. Seeking approval for waive the competitive bidding process per section to a good faith waiver to redo the asphalt portion of the employee parking lot at Public Works. With funding being available for the project, time will not allow to go out to bid and have the project completed before the end of the fiscal year. There were 3 quotes received for the project, with the Superior Paving being the lowest for a not to exceed amount of $89,900. All right. Any other questions?
Their location, is it where the dumpsters are for like?
It's the employees' parking,
Oh,
the
okay.
employees' parking area.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be in conjunction with, where the dumpsters are at and, where the animal shelter and all that is gonna be at too. But for right now, we're just doing the employees', parking area at Public Works.
So then so this also is inclusive of the animal shelter area, is that correct?
Correct.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner,
Aye.
Alderman Seager,
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Motion passes. Item C, excuse me, requesting resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for a contract with M. Sanchez Concrete Incorporated per section 2-458 subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver for an amount not to exceed $46,480. Staff recommends that this be approved, and they authorize the mayor to approve a resolution for a contract with M. Sanchez Concrete Incorporated per section 2-458 subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver for a not to exceed amount of $46,480. Funding is from 307-130-726367. The Public Works is seeking approval to waive the competitive bidding process per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver, to redo the concrete portion of the employee parking lot at Public Works. With funding being available for the project, time will not allow to go out to bid and have the project completed before the end of the fiscal year. There are two quotes again. The lowest being from M. Sanchez Concrete for $46,480. All right. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Turner,
Aye.
Alderman Seager,
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Motion passes. Item D, I'd like a motion on a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to purchase a Vector truck and trackless tractor from EJ Equipment per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver for a not to exceed amount of $649,545. Staff recommends approval. Staff recommends that members of the Public Works and Infrastructure Committee authorize the mayor to approve a resolution to purchase the Vector truck and trackless trailer from EJ Equipment per section section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver for a not to exceed amount of $649,545. Funding is from 555-9130-26493 for $499,845 and 307-130-72362 for $149,700. Excuse me. The Public Works is requesting permission to purchase a Vector truck and trackless trailer from EJ Equipment per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver, due to the supply chain issues and long lead times on vehicles and equipment for a total not to exceed $649,545. Both the Vector and trackless tractor are on the lot and available for a delivery. The cost of the Vector truck is $499,845 with funding from 555-9130-26493. And the cost of the trackless tractor is $149,700 with funding from 307-130-7266362. Are your questions?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Just out of curiosity, when the last time we made a purchase like this?
Wow. It's
Wow. Just curious.
You weren't the director.
Yeah, I wasn't the director, so,
Yeah.
right now.
Can-
So the present vehicles are how old?
I'm sorry.
The present vehicles that we have, how old are they? More than 10 years?
Yeah, correct.
I have a quick question. I was wondering if you could say Vector truck and trackless tractor 3 times fast.
Back to truck, back to trailer, back to truck, back to trailer.
Alderman Hayes, can you repeat that again? We can't hear you down here. Turn your mic on.
He's just joking.
Hey, well, I was not
Hear
adding
the
any
joke.
substance to the
He's
conversation.
just joking and pulling my
Say it
leg
again.
down here. All right. Okay, any other questions, serious questions? No? Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
No. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Motion passes. Thank you all very much. Item E, item E, I'd like a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to purchase a Volvo wheel loader from Alta Equipment Company for a not-to-exceed amount of $312,890 per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 3, joint purchasing through Sourcewell. The staff recommends that the members of the Public Works and Infrastructure Committee authorize the mayor to approve the resolution per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 3, joint purchasing to purchase a Volvo wheel loader from Alta Equipment through Sourcewell contract number 032119-VCE, that's Victor Charles Edward, for a not-to-exceed amount of $312,890. Funding is from 307-130-726-362. The Public Works is requesting permission to purchase the Volvo wheel loader from Alta Equipment Company. The piece of equipment is on the lot already, lot ready for delivery, and again, funding is from item 307-130-726-362. Motion? Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Seager. Questions, please. No you have a question, Alderman Seager? Can you speak into the mic, sir?
At the present time, do we have the old front-end loader?
Yeah, we still have the old one.
So what happens to that?
At the present time, we're probably going to put it at the auction, take it to the auction. Because it's an old model,
I
and
was
so
gonna say.
parts are hard to get for it, so.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seager. Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Motion passes. Item F, I'd like a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to purchase an asphalt recycler and hot box trailer from Midwest Paving Paving Equipment per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver, for a not-to-exceed amount of $46,133. Public Works is requesting permission to purchase the asphalt recycler and hot box trailer from Midwest Paving Equipment per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver due to supply chain issues and long lead times on vehicles and equipment for a total not to exceed $46,133. This item is on the lot and available for delivery. Funding is from 307-130-726-362. Questions? I have a question.
Yes, sir.
For my benefit, my edification, and that of the other committee members and our audience, would you please tell us what is an asphalt recycler and hot box trailer? What does that mean?
Gladly. Well, this is a particular piece of equipment that will hold asphalt material. It will also hold cold mix material. We can use this box year round. So, for instance, whatever leftover hot asphalt that we don't use, we can recycle that into this box, and we can reuse it.
So this means the end to the annual pothole crisis, is that what you're saying?
We're hoping so, yes.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Any questions, Madam?
Thank you,
Bolton?
Alderman Turner. Yes, I was going to ask the same thing. So this is better, you know, our constituents complain about the quality. So would this enhance the quality as
Correct.
well as the function?
Because you can use hot mix in the wintertime with this particular box.
So let me kind of describe that for you, Alderman Bolton. So there's
Thank
hot
you so
mix,
much.
what we might call hot mix and cold mix. Cold mix, you can go buy a bag of cold mix at the hardware store and pour it down in your driveway, and you just stamp it down. Some people don't even push it down, they just drive over it back and forth. It's cold and it levels out through riding over it, and it's there. Hot mix is when you see the trailer, them pulling the trailers down, and they're pouring this stuff in, they're doing big swaths, what we call spot patching, or in the wintertime, cold weather, the cold patch is already cold, right? It's not going to, it lacks adhesion. So they use a hot patch and they push it down in the hole, and that's that. So what he's saying is we can recycle some of that hot mix because we have a trailer attached to the back, and we just throw it back over there.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Mr. Seeger.
Before the purchase of this trailer, they were using the dump trucks over there, you know?
Yeah, and we would still use a dump truck. However, our dump trucks are starting to get, they're starting to exceed their value too. So this works out perfect, this piece of equipment.
Okay, thank you.
Now, since we're on this subject, Chris and I talked about this some time ago, shortly after you were appointed. There is I forget what it's called now, but basically it's a one-man machine that you can drive down a street, and one-man operator. And it will clean the hole, put the patch down, stamp it down, heat it up, and it's very efficient, but it's super expensive. So this is something, remember we talked about that? And
Yeah, we
so,
talked about it. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, I put it in part of my 5-year plan.
all right, cool. So that'll be coming up at some point, that we're gonna look to purchase that.
Correct.
My goal as chairman of this committee, I don't know if I'll be chairman at the next administration, but my goal is to help the department get to a point where we're being super efficient and expeditious, doing a good job and doing a fast job in patching up these potholes. And I've obviously toured my ward, but I also, toured the city. And I see where a lot of these streets, it's not just potholes that are deteriorating, but along the curb line, the asphalt is just basically deteriorated, so it's just a lot of gravel laying there. So Chris and I are kind of thinking along the same lines and how we can better resource the department to effect those repairs that we need in our road, along with ultimately the goal of resurfacing many of these streets. Right? So that's enough of that. Where are we at? Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Bowden.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
And the motion passes. The motion passes, thank you. Item G. Well, we have a lot today. Oh my God. All right, so item G, requesting a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to allow building and code to exercise the buyout option with Enterprise for 10 leased vehicles per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver, for a not to exceed amount of $140,933.05. Due to the vehicle shortages across the nation, the city is looking at alternative solutions to ensure the upkeep of our vehicle rotation programs. The Building and Code Division currently has a lease for 10 Ford F-150 pickup trucks that the city would like to exercise the purchase option. Those 10 vehicles will be reallocated to other departments: fire, police, public works, engineering, and water. Funding for this will come from line 307-130-726-364. This is per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver. And I'd like a motion, please. May I have a motion?
I second.
Motion by Alderman Seeger, second by Alderman Bolton. Any questions? Roll call, please.
So these particular trucks were in public works,
Code compliance.
code compliance. And so they're gonna be moved to these other areas, and once it's code compliant, they're gonna be purchasing the vehicle.
Correct, it's the last page on here. We're gonna get to that next.
Yeah, that's coming up. And this, you know, all these vehicle purchases and leasing and so forth go through the Public Works Departments, right? And then, because, and actually, you know, Public Works, like with the exception of fire department vehicles, Public Works does all the maintenance and such on all of our vehicle fleet. And so Public Works handles vehicle purchases and so forth and so on, and then they're assigned out to the departments, but paid for by that department's budget. Does that make sense?
I understand.
Okay.
I guess my question is that those trucks were purchased specifically for code,
Right.
so that they could, you know, do different things. Now, you're going to purchase new vehicles or whatever the vehicles are here in the last line, and we will send those other trucks out to other areas after we buy out the lease agreement.
Right.
For them.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. They'll be assigned to other departments. And then to backfill the code compliance department, there will be another purchase,
Yes, those 12 vehicles.
10, yes. All right, and that's the next item. Okay? All right, any further questions on this line item? All right, roll call, please.
Alderman Turner,
Aye.
Alderman Seeger,
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
All right, that was G. Item H, I'm sorry, it's not the next one. But one following. All right, so item H, if I may, I'd like a resolution, excuse me, approving and authorizing the proper city officials to purchase an easement machine from Brown Equipment Company per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver for a not to exceed amount of $97,852.63. Public Works is requesting permission to purchase an easement machine from Brown Equipment Company per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver due to supply chain issues and long lead times on vehicles and equipment for a total not to exceed amount of $97,852.63 due to supply chain issues and long lead times on vehicles and equipment. This item is on the lot available for delivery, and the funding is from line item 555-913-026494. And we'll take questions, and I'd like to start with, what is an easement machine? What does that do?
An easement machine is, this particular machine takes the place of a vector, so to speak. What it does is, it gets us into tight spaces. So wherever a vector can't fit, they take this machine that runs off of gasoline, a motor,
Yeah.
and you can drive it to our inlets or wherever the manhole and the pipe is at
Okay.
to jet it out.
Got it.
If it's in the tight space.
Thank you very much. Any other questions on this item? Kirkwood?
What happens if
We have one, and it's currently in our shop, and we're working on it. It's an older model one. So actually, this one was a part of our 5-year plan, but they just so happened to have one available. So we went ahead and to get it.
Okay, so that means that we'll have two.
We'll have 2 of them, yes.
The one is in disrepair now.
It's getting repaired right as we speak, waiting on the parts.
Well, any idea, so again, this, is impacted by supply chain and so forth. Any idea on parts availability for, I mean, these are specialized machines, right? So.
Correct, yeah.
What's-
Well, and the one that we have is the older model.
Right.
So we're-
Yeah, I can tell you, because I'm ordering parts for one of my projects. And all right, any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner,
Aye.
Alderman Seager,
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Motion passes, thank you. Item I, request a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to purchase 3 Ford trucks from Coons Auto Group per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver, for a not to exceed amount of $176,618.78. The Water Department is seeking approval for the purchase of 1 new 2023 Ford Explorer for $49,138.26, 1 2023 Ford Transit Cargo Van for $68,573.26, and 1 2022 Ford Super Duty F-350 for $58,907.26 from Coons Auto Group per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver, due to supply chain issues and long lead times on lease or on the vehicles and equipment, for a total not to exceed amount of $176,618.78. This is funded by line 555-915-526-493. Are there any questions on this one? Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner,
Aye.
Alderman Seager,
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Thank you. The motion passes. Item J, I'd like a motion on a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to allow building and code to purchase 12 vehicles from Highland Park Ford per section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver for a not to exceed amount of $356,668. With the reallocation of the 10 vehicles from the Building and Code Division to other departments in the city, the Building Department is looking to purchase 12 new vehicles. 2 trucks were previously given to other departments in the current fiscal year, hence the need for 12. The Building Department is looking to purchase new 2023 Ford Escape S model vehicles. These vehicles are currently sitting on the lot and are more fuel efficient and better aligned with the department's needs. Are there any questions on this one?
So what are the department needs that move now trucks to the
Building Commissioner?
besides being fuel efficient?
Yeah. Building Commissioner is going to speak. George Salas.
So I'm not understanding the question, so I'm sorry.
Okay, the question is that I heard fuel efficient, but we're going to a totally different type of vehicle. How does that serve the code? And of course, the people better than the trucks.
So my staff drives around and does inspections. We don't need the pickup trucks to load anything in them. I think they'd be better served for the other departments. So that's why we're looking to get into smaller vehicles.
Good. Any other questions?
Out of curiosity, are they electrical?
No, they're not
They're
electric.
just- okay,
Yeah,
fuel.
yeah.
All right. Any more questions? Any others? No? Okay. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner,
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Thank you all very much. The motion passes. And last but not least, I'd like a motion for adjournment. Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Seager. All in favor? Aye. Motion, meeting is adjourned at 6:45 p.m. Regular city council meeting starts in 44 minutes now, 7 p.m. Do we have another?